Okay, chat, this is a different video today. I don't know if you guys are gonna enjoy this one, but I kind of want to gauge your reaction to see what kind of videos we can do. Um, because I remember just seeing other reacting channels, like they go from doing funny videos to depressing ones, but they still crack jokes on these type of videos. And I know a lot of people like true crime videos, but this one kind of just piqued my interest because we all are familiar with certain ones. Like I think it's called the Columbine shooter, but I'm kind of curious to know what other ones happened in
This first
history.
school shooting is one where the shooter let the whole world know what he was going to do.
So, like with that being said, I'm gonna watch the video. Um, Let me know if you like it when like I'm more serious or like the more lighthearted videos, but like.
Beforehand. But Boxheads, before we get into that, I just want to say that today's video is a very sensitive topic. And I just want to personally say that I tried my absolute best to share these horrific stories without disrespecting anyone's memory. February 14th, 2018 in
Bro, they did it on Valentine's Day, bro. Bro was that upset that he didn't get himself a girl. That's crazy. Like, how you gonna get that irked that you didn't get yourself a girl that you decide to just let me not.
Parkland, Florida. At Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, a kid named Nicholas Cruz gets out of an Uber about 20 minutes before the end of a school day. A monitor saw Cruz walking purposely toward Building 12. But the campus protocol was to not initiate a lockdown until someone saw a gun. Cruz entered Building 12.
Yo, this is why schools. Oh no, I can't believe this happened. Also, schools. Oh, don't do anything. Don't do anything until it actually happens. Oh, I can't believe it happened. Schools be mad though. Listen, if my kid gets suspended or something for running away from school because they're like, oh no, they can't run away. Listen, I'd rather them get suspended than them get irked, if you know what I'm saying. Like thinking, I'd rather them, have that on their resume instead of not being here anymore.
At around 2:21 p.m. and quickly put together his gun at the bottom of the stairs. As he did, a student named Christopher McKenna actually caught him. Cruz told him, "You better get out of here, something bad is about to happen." Chris ran away and told the staff what he saw, but it was too late. Cruz entered the first floor hallway and saw three students.
Okay, yo, if that was you, would you have just left the school or would you have told staff? Because like the kid warned him. So like he gave him a chance to leave. So I don't know. Would you be the hero or would you be the coward? Like in this scenario, I don't blame you for being a coward, honestly. I'm just like, listen, yo, if you gotta save yourself because ain't no one care about you. This is what I learned being an adult. Ain't no one care about you, especially like in the work field. Ain't no one care about your well-being, your health, none of that. You might have one person who does. So like, yeah, you can be a hero all you want, but ain't no one care. This is horrible advice. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But like, I'm just saying because of the stuff I dealt with. Like, I. I've I went through something, right? And I had a boss just tell me, it's like, okay, what you want me to do about it? And like, there are certain protocols you could go about it. But they're just like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. So that's why I was just like, listen, you could be the hero or whatnot. But at the end of the day, people who even know better than you ain't gonna help you because they only care about their skin. So I mean, I know teachers are in a different effect and whatnot, but I'm just saying, it's just like, are you gonna save yourself or save others? That's all I'm saying. Listen, I know I might be painting myself a bad light, but I'm just here being honest, man.
Students, Martin, Gina, and Luke. Bang, bang, bang. Cruz killed all three of them, then turned to close the windows of a classroom and then started firing inside. killing 6 more students and wounding 13 others. The gunfire's vibrations through the halls actually caused the fire alarm to go off, which caused even more confusion as there had already been a fire drill earlier that day. Even though Cruz
Bro, they did, first of all, they did a fire drill on. Hold up. Oh, dang it. Hold up. Dang, my grandma calling. Ah! Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, like, okay, sorry about that. Like, again. My grandma plays the worst time. I'm just like, bro. I was just like, I ain't get to stick out record the whole video because of her. So, like, I'm just like, ugh. Anywho, first they did this on Valentine's Day. Then they decided to do, yo, they did it on a day that it was already done, where they did like a fire drill. That's crazy. No, they crazy for this one.
was actively shooting, a code red was still not called because there was confusion on who had the authority to call one. Utter stupidity. Cruz fired into the classroom of a Holocaust history class. Finally, one of the
Bro. You crazy. Like, how you gonna, ain't they suffer enough? Like, how you gonna do it that, oh my goodness, this man picked like the worst day, worst time, worst class, worst place. This man was in demon time right now.
staff initiated the lockdown, but it was way too late. The shooting was over in about 6 minutes. Cruz fled the scene, blending in with the students, leaving.
How you do so much damage in 6 minutes, man? How you gonna take that long to lock down too? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is why I can't do these types of videos. I get so irked. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I can't.
Leaving the building. He had walked about 2 miles, having stopped at a fast food restaurant.
No, this man really said, yo, let me first get my last meal before anything. He said, let me go eat at a Box Head. I don't even know what Box Head is. He really said, let me go get myself some fries and burgers since I ain't got myself a date today. I'ma treat myself. I'ma treat myself right after causing so much turmoil. What? Excuse me?
And got a soda. The cops were on high alert at the time, looking for anyone that fit his description. About an hour and a half after the shooting, they caught him in the neighborhood about 2 miles from his school. He was brought to the emergency room for labored breathing, but he was fine. He was then booked at Broward County Jail. He had killed 17 people that day and wounded another 17. 14.
Bro, that face. That face, though. Like, what? Bro knew what he was doing.
Of the fatalities were inside the building.
I bet you there was people who like, I could fix him. You already know there's comments right there. Like, I could fix him.
And 3 died on the way to the hospital. One of the survivors was a kid named Anthony Borges, who was shot 5 times while barricading the door for.
Bro got shot 5 times. And he still survived. Oh my goodness, bro! Literally definition of Iron Man. He's surviving. Right? He got himself full of lead. He led man at this point. Like what?
20 classmates saving their lives. And this whole thing gets darker because 2 of the survivors actually took their own life about a year after the shooting. Everyone involved had severe survivor's guilt and PTSD. Now let's talk.
That's upsetting. Like, oh my goodness. Imagine that you survived, but you're like, I can't bear being the one who survived and other people did. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I'm not gonna talk further on that.
About the shooter, Nikolas Cruz. Cruz was the kind of kid who made people uncomfortable. You know, the type that was quiet, a brooding loner who always seemed to be one bad day away from snapping. But yes, even though there were many red flags, no one really saw what was coming. He was born on September 24th,
Yo, okay. By the way, chat, you know what's crazy? I went to a certain school, right? Um, and you know you have some stupid kids. You have some kids who are so stupid that they just want to bully someone. And I'm just there thinking, I'm like, yo, this you pick on this kid worst day one day, and you just know something's gonna happen. And I'm just here like, you know what? I, like, yep, like I don't know what's gonna happen, but I said, you know, I'm like, hey, you good kid? Hey, you want me to say something? You know, like, you know, I ain't gonna full on be snitching or something, cause you know, even that don't help. That just makes things worse. And also, you can't really be snitching because the bus. It was like it would happen on the school bus, and teachers want to do jack when it's in the school. So when it's on the school bus, it's like unless you got unless they got a butter knife or something, there, they ain't gonna do jack diddly. So it's up to the bus driver, and the bus driver will like catch it sometimes or something like that. But like I would just be there and be like, hey kid, you alright? Like, hey kid, you Gucci? Like, hey kid, don't let him get to you. Hey kid, like you need some help. Like I would just be like, cause you know they don't expect me to do nothing, but I'm just also the type to be like, I'm aggressive, so I'm just like, but I also be like, you know, knock it off. But at the same time, I know like they ain't gonna listen to me, but you know, I could somewhat have it where there's some type of peace being maintained, where it's like, because you know why? Cause I was the brownie girl. Like I didn't have the special kind of brownies, but like I made I made baked goods. So I was like, in order to have the baked goods, you had to be nice to one another. So like I was able to keep it calm at times, but still some people are just straight up a-holes. So like imagine just being on, yo, she's the baked goods girl. If you nice, she'll be nice. That's kind of crazy, but like it was just like, you know, maintain the peace type of thing. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. No, people are just kind of a-holes, and they still are in college, man. They still a certain type, like some people just don't grow out, even in the work setting. Yo, people kind of just be like trash. Like, oh my goodness.
1998 in Margate, Florida.
Oh my goodness, no. Yo, I didn't even get to see his face. You can kind of tell who those people are if you see the way they comment on certain topics. If you see how some people kind of keep to themselves or not talk about things, then they kind of like, you know, they might have beef, but they ain't gonna push out their beef to other people. But if these people trying to push out their beef and try to tell everyone for clout or something, then you know that those people are not really people you really want to be around.
Biological mother, Brenda Woodard, had a history of criminal activity and substance abuse. In fact, she was in jail when she gave birth to Nicholas. But wait, it doesn't stop there. Nicholas was adopted as an infant by Roger and Linda Cruz, a couple who desperately wanted children but couldn't have it on their own. They had also adopted his younger brother, Zachary. So what went wrong? Well, for starters, Nicholas wasn't your average kid. From a young age, he struggled with behavioral problems, tantrums, aggression, and had difficulty relating to other children. These were just the beginning of the list. Linda Cruz, his adoptive mother, sought help, enrolling him in therapy, trying different medications, but nothing seemed to work. The boy was troubled, and as he got older, his problems got only worse. By the time he reached middle school, Nicholas was already known by school officials and law enforcement. He was suspended multiple times for violent behavior, including threatening other students. Despite these warning signs, he was shuffled from school to school, each time with the hope that a change of environment would help. Nicholas became increasingly isolated. He was also known to post disturbing images online, pictures of dead animals, weapons, and alarming messages about his desire to hurt people. By the time he was a teenager, Nicholas was a ticking time bomb, and everyone around him knew it. Cruz's adoptive father, Roger,
Chat, can you guys kind of just tell when there's a person who's just kind of on the clock? Like, I can't tell per se, but at the same time, I just kind of don't get involved. Like, I remember there's this one person in college who didn't want to talk to other people, but they was kind of alright with other people. But at the same time, they had a kind of personality where I was just like, you know what? If they was on the news, I wouldn't even be surprised. Like, it was just that type of vibe. So I was just like, you know what? I ain't even gonna try. But like when it came to high school, I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, I think there was like a handful of people. I'm still not surprised, but like I'm just thinking like a ticking time bomb type of thing. I know people love the class clown. I personally feel like the class clown is pretty darn annoying, only because like it gets to a point when it's just like too rude, and it's just like it gets nowhere but just frustrating for everybody. I don't know. You guys might like the class clown, but I just kind of hate the class clown. So I don't know.
passed away in 2004. And while Linda did her best, she couldn't control Nicholas's behavior. Things got worse when she passed away in November 2017, just 3 months before the shooting. With both of his adoptive parents gone, Nicholas went and moved in with the family of a friend. They tried to help him, but by then it was already too late. By the time he was just 19 years old, Nicholas Cruz was a young man filled with rage, resentment, and a
Why he's still
desire
in high
for
school?
revenge against a world he believed had wronged him. He had been expelled from Marjorie
Oh,
Stoneman
okay.
Douglas High School, and in his mind, the school and its students were to blame for all of his problems. He fantasized about shooting up the school. And
Bruh.
unlike most people who have had dark thoughts, he didn't just think about it, he planned it. Actually, here's a video of him talking about the shooting before it happened.
Hello, my name is Nick, and I'm gonna be the next school shooter of 2018.
Bro, like, I don't know what y'all think. Like, even let's say someone did have mental health issues, like, if they planning something, I don't know. I still think there's something there. Like, cause I know that there's some people who could say a bunch of things and not mean it and whatnot, and they have a mental health issue, but like, and they could say stuff and not actually do it and whatnot, or even they say stuff and do it and not even mean. But like this type of stuff, is just it's just I don't know. It takes a whole nother level if you know what I mean.
My goal is at least 20 people with an AR-15 and a couple tracer rounds. I think I can get it done. Location is Stone Douglas in Parkland, Florida. It's gonna be a big event. And when you see me on the news, you'll all know who I am. You're all going to die. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, this is all just messed up. In the aftermath of the shooting, there was, as you might expect, an outcry. People demanded answers. They wanted to know how someone with such a long history of disturbing behavior could have slipped through the cracks. The school district, the FBI, the local police, everyone was under scrutiny. But the reality is, there's no single point of failure. Now, you've probably been wondering what's going on in the head of Nicholas Cruz. Why did he do it? Was it just pure evil? Was he mentally ill? The truth is, it's a combination of these factors. Cruz was diagnosed with several disorders over the years, including ADHD, depression, and autism spectrum disorder. He was
Okay, but like I need some of y'all to inform me with the, because I met people with autism, ADHD. Does it really make you that like Like, I know there's a spectrum, but does it really make you that like crazy? Because I've had friends within the spectrum, and some that are like higher, some lower within the spectrum. Um, some of them like with filter, some without filter. So I'm like, I don't understand the whole ADHD thing, like how severe that is, because I'm just like, I've seen so many different cases, so I'm just like, what makes it where it's like, oh yeah, that's like the biggest valid reason ever. And then depression, yeah, like I mentioned, like depression is one of those things where it's kind of mm, I don't like talking about depression. Okay, let's just go with that.
On and off various medications, but nothing seemed to help. In his interrogation with the authorities, he tells the man he had demons in his head that told him to do it, and he thought about it for years.
And you're talking about demons. What are the demons?
The voices.
Well, tell me about it. What are the voices about?
It's another voice, the evil side.
Okay. And how long has that voice been going on?
Years.
Okay. When did it start, you think? When your mom passed?
It started worse when my mom passed.
The interrogator is quite doubtful of the voices even being real.
Personally, I think you're using the demon as an excuse.
I'm not. I promise.
You could have stopped the demon by getting a prescription for marijuana. You could have stopped the demon by getting a prescription for Xanax. You could have stopped the demon by illegally doing marijuana, which you were doing anyway. You could have stopped the demon by doing Xanax illegally, which you were doing anyway. You could have stopped the demon anytime you want. You didn't want to stop the demon.
No, that's not true.
You didn't. You could have. I've given you 4 ways you could have stopped the demon, man.
I'm sorry. That's kind of stupid the way he said it. I gave you 4 options. You could have done 2 illegal options, which you did, and 2 legal options. I don't know. The way that sounds really stupid. I don't know why. It's probably because it's like, well, you done 2 of the 4, which means 50% of that should have worked. And if it didn't work, then why didn't it work? I don't know. It's just kind of like if you did it, why wasn't it working? And why would the legal version work? I don't know. Something about that just feels kind of weird the way he said that.
Okay, now you're just acting like that because.
No.
Okay, well, relax. You're just acting like that because I'm making sense. Calm down. I'm making sense, and you don't like when it makes sense.
No.
Because it doesn't fit into the story you're telling right now.
I'm telling you the story. It's true. It's
well, why are you looking at your arm now?
I'm trying to understand why.
Well, why didn't you want to stop the demon?
I don't know.
Because I think you like the demon.
No, I don't.
Why did you stop it then?
I don't like the demon. I don't like the demon. I don't like the demon. I don't like the demon.
Well, that's if the demon even exists.
Cruz, unlike many of the other shooters, did not unalive himself. He was given a life sentence without the chance of parole. In 2022, he was given another trial to determine if he would receive the death penalty. It was decided he was eligible, but it has not yet been determined if he was going to be killed or not. The Sandy Hook Elementary Massacre.
We're gonna hold off on the rest of this video because this video is already long. Like we spent a long time on this. Let me know if you want me to react to the rest of this video because we already spent like over 20 minutes just reacting to the first half. Oh wow. Let me know. Do you want me to add more comedy to this or give like genuine thoughts? Please let me know down below if you like it. If you don't, then I guess we won't watch it. But yeah, this was JJ Beats. I hope you guys have a good one. I'll be signing out. Bye bye.